The sense of belonging, okay? You know that you belong to God, but sometimes we demand God to do things for us or give us things because you want to feel an assurance that you belong to Him. And so God will give you things or do things for you just to help you with your faith and help you believe this. But a lot of times when you go in that path, it's still going to feel empty. And so you're missing the point still, right? We keep telling people, you may have God up here, but do you have God here? Because you believe, or in the sense you acknowledge and you know, but you're not feeling it in here to have that peace. And so when somebody else has it, and then you see them having it here, you can get jealousy because you want it so bad. You want that sense of belonging. You want that intimacy with God, which is available to everybody, but you have to know how to get to the King. If you read the book of Esther, if you read the book of with Ruth, there is a path, there is a way to get to the marriage, even with Ruth, to get to Joaz and, or not Joaz, Boaz. See what you guys do to me? Boaz. Boaz. Okay, if you don't know who he is, he's a character in the Bible, okay? I'm not making up these words, I'm just mispronouncing them. You have to know how to get to the King. And it's a path of an individual that you can get on your own. You don't need to get competitive, you don't need to push them over. You don't need to get jealous. You need to do your part with God and get to the throne or the Holy of Holies to yourself. But you do need to understand it will take time. It will take sacrifice. It will take a lot of pain and suffering, perhaps. And if you can't handle that, you're not going to get there. But if someone else got there and they were willing to pay that price, you have to be happy for the King and them. If you end up being the bridesmaid, you still have to be happy. But it'll be better to be the bride, of course. If you become the bride, it's like you get everything, right? So it's a sense of belonging. You can be a Christian and still feel empty, right? Because you only have gospel up here and not here. You empty. You like, oh, I wish I was loved. I wish I felt belonged. I wish like I'm not feel lonely or depressed or whatever the case may be, because you haven't found that intimacy with God yet. You're dating. That's all you're doing, and you haven't gone to intimacy. And so, how do you get to intimacy? It takes a long time, okay? And you got to do your part, as in the basic fundamental structure of being a Christian. You gotta know your Bible, so you gotta keep reading. You gotta pray, stay in prayer. Gotta go to church. Gotta learn God's government, how things work. You gotta know how, if you read Song of Solomon and you go through that, even that first chapter, Jesus tells the Shulamite, if you lost your path, he's like, follow my footsteps. The footsteps are in the Bible, the footprints. And he says, go to the sanctuary where my shepherds are. He's talking about church. He's talking about serving the church. He's talking about doing the things of God. When you do those things, you also have to be patient and not keep breaking rank, not keep breaking your rhythm. That's the problem. You keep breaking your rhythm. You may do your part for a while. You don't see results, even though it's happening, and you drop. It's like you have a plant and you stop giving it water. What's going to happen? It's going to start withering and dying, and then you start over. What's going to happen? It takes longer to get that plant back to its original condition and then go forward again, right? Or if it's completely dead, now you got to start with a seed again. So you starting over, as in more time. If you just stay consistent, even though it doesn't look like you're getting results, that patience will teach you endurance and love. But if you're going by your culture, the Western culture of a quick fix, get rich quick scheme, I need microwave food now, give me my meal now, you're at the restaurant, well, it's been 1 minute, where's my meal? If you have this kind of mentality and posture, that's how your spirit is anxious. You know, is anxious, and it's like you got ADD and you want things. It's like I'm in a demanding mode. Give it to me now. I want my. It's like a tantrum. You don't have it your way, so you're just having a tantrum every which way. I'm not coming to church. I'm not gonna go do this. I'm gonna do that. Well, do what you want. It's your life. Okay, it's your life. I'm good. Do you understand? I'm good. And I hope you're good too, but you can't get to the good by demanding and setting someone else off alignment. It's your own walk. Everybody has your own walk. You have to walk it yourself. When you're a baby, as APC said yesterday in his preaching and testimony, you can come to this church and I'm going to hold your hand and help you get to a certain place. But after I see you at a certain age, I'm going to kick you out of the house. And I'm going to say, go get a job, spiritually, right? Go do your part. I'm not going to change your diapers at 50 years old. Okay? I would be doing you a disservice. And I'm going to push you out of your womb to push you into the realm of faith, whether you like it or not. And if you don't like it and you want me to stop, I'll stop. And I'll go to the next person. And then those people get mad again because I'm not giving them attention. It's like, which way do you want? You see? You've been given, a lot of times people haven't realized you've been given the greatest gift of all creation. All of the heavens, you've been given salvation. And you're like, okay, I'm going to heaven, I'm saved, so now, you know what, I'm going to keep on doing what I want. No, that's not why you were saved. Everything you knew before you got saved was wrong. That wasn't your life. You see, now that you're citizens of heaven, everything needs to be changed. Everything need to be uproot, start over. And you need to have new culture, Jesus culture, new or heaven culture, new information, new DNA, new birth. That's why you're a new person, not the old, the new. Everything is going to be different. What you think was right is wrong. And what you thought might have been wrong is now going to be right. And you have to understand that. Otherwise, if you keep going based on what you've been raised from, you're bringing baggage to the bedroom, and you're never going to get to the place of intimacy, and you're just going to get mad at everybody else. And when you start getting mad at everybody else, and when you start blaming people, I hope you can wake up that it's you, it's nobody else. It's your responsibility to walk with the King. And Bishop kind of mentions that. You got to wake up. All right? I want you to ask yourself, are you soulish, fleshy, or spiritual? Or you could be a mix. All right? And we have to become spiritual, of course. But if you can't look at yourself and you can't judge yourself, you're never going to fix yourself. Okay, if you keep thinking someone else is the problem or it's their fault, my husband's fault, my wife's fault, pastor's fault, teacher's fault, government fault, you're just a complainer. And you fail to realize it's you. Because God's going to show that everybody else in the world is doing okay or better than you. Then how is it everybody else's fault when they can do what you should be doing and even excelling? As a Christian, because we're supposed to have God, right? We're supposed to have God. And if you have God, we're supposed to go to eternity. And nothing is impossible. Don't let that term be a cliche. Nothing is impossible for God, and then now for you is everything is impossible. Okay, you know what an oxymoron is? You know that term?